What's up, guys? Collector B here. Happy Sunday. I hope that time change didn't mess you guys up. We are a little later today because we felt like we slept in today, but we didn't. So, bummer. Hate the time change, but whatever. Thanks for coming back. We just did the giveaway on our Instagram for the last video of the 2 McFarlane figures. So go check that out, and congratulations to the winner. If you did not win, just keep watching videos. I'm going to keep doing giveaways, not all the time, but you guys have been so good. I just want to give back. So thanks again. And with that, thanks again, because we hit 500 subs, and then all of a sudden we're above 600 now. So you guys have been fantastic. I love the comments. You guys just are awesome. So thank you again for the support. Just really cool. And we have a toy haul today. It's not anything crazy because we haven't found the good stuff that's been coming out. But I'm super excited for this week because a lot of new stuff is coming out. So keep checking those Walmarts and Targets. But we did get some things here that I'm super excited about. And we got something for really, really cheap, which is why it's on the table. So
I wonder what that could be.
I wonder what that could be. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we got some Pokey stuff. There's one thing on here I'm super, super excited about. But we're going to save that for last. So the first thing we got is Saban's Power Ranger. Go Power Rangers. I don't even really know what this is called. Just it's Saban's Power Ranger. As you can see, if you look at the price tag on there, it was in the clearance aisle for $2.50. $2.50. So I have seen these before. They have been out. I believe they have the whole Mighty Morphin Power Rangers except for like the white and the green. I could be mistaken. I know I've seen the black. I know I've seen the pink and the yellow. But, I don't collect these, but it was $2.50 in the clearance aisle. Funny story too, the wife goes, "Oh, you want this Power Ranger?" And I'm like thinking, oh, there's a Power Ranger in the clearance aisle? And then she shows me this and I'm like,
yeah.
Well, yeah, for $2.50, like I think these were originally like $10, but for $2.50, I said, why not? Let's do it. Now this is a toy, so hopefully I don't have to heat it up, right?
Right.
Because it's straight up a toy. It actually says from ages 3 to 7. I am well beyond that age. So let's just check it out. I just wanted to show you guys. It's something cool. The box is pretty cool. It says it's a posable figure, which is crazy. So there he is. It's nothing crazy, but for $2.50 though, like if they would have had all of them, I'm not gonna lie, I would have bought them all. For $2.50 a piece, that's nothing compared to what everything costs nowadays, especially the gas prices. So, ooh, look, his arms even move. So I'm super happy I got this guy. Look at that. Stands so easy with these ankle joints because these ankle joints are solid. It's a little kid's toy. It's really dorky, but I actually really like it. I think it's pretty cool. It's a nice little just display piece to kind of have with your Power Rangers collection. So, if you find it for $2.50, I would say get it. What is weird? That is very weird.
What, that he has a holster and no gun?
Well, but he has an opening in his fist. Like he should be holding something. Yeah. But there's nothing in there. I just looked. There's absolutely nothing in there. This hand is straight, but look at this. You do get to spin these hands all the way around, which is cool. And his arms do actually go out like this, so that's cool. But you have nothing in the legs. He does turn, which is pretty cool, and you can move his head. So not bad. I actually think the paint and the details on it look actually pretty decent for a, little kid's figure. The helmet looks pretty good, but for $2.50, why not? So there it is. Really cool. So if you're interested in that, I did find it at Walmart in the clearance section for $2.50. The only thing that would be better, I think, is if it just made some noise. Like if you could just click on here, but then it probably wouldn't be $2.50. So we're going to put him in a karate chop pose. There he is. So Red Ranger, awesome. I like it. I really do, actually. I wish I got them all. If I find them all, I'm going to grab them. So just be aware if we find them all.
Oh, yeah, I know.
We all find them all, right? Okay, so Next two things we got. One I'm super excited about. One I had no idea was out, and we're actually going to do that first. So if you guys have watched my channel, you have seen me find these Pokemon Select figures. Now, again, I've said this in a couple videos, and people say you can find them now online and stuff, and yeah, that's true. These Pokemon Select figures are really weird because they're hard to find online until they're actually out. So even this pack I found, I can't really find anything on it except on eBay. So really weird, but we walked into Target actually looking for something else, and boom, we found this Evolution multi-pack of Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise. So super cool. Didn't know they were coming out with this. What's really weird is the back of the box shows some other figures, but it's not Evolutions. So I'm guessing maybe they have these in smaller form. I haven't seen them in this black Evolutions or Pokemon Select box. I've actually never seen any of those, so kind of weird. And like I said, when I look for this online, all I see is different Pokemon Evolution stuff and this one on eBay. So yeah, this was like $25 at Target, but I'm super excited. The Blastoise apparently shoots those out of his cannons, which is really cool. So we're gonna pop this open and see what it's about. These are smaller than the other Pokemon Select figures that I have, like Charizard and Articuno and the Rayquaza we're going to get to. But I do like that they give you all three, and it was under $30, which is pretty cool. Another thing, I was going to bring this up at the beginning of the video, and I totally forgot. Man, those gas prices are really killing people's ability to go hunting. I totally get it. It is definitely tough. Luckily, I can hit stuff on my way to work and from home, so that's not bad. But it's tough right now. Those gas prices are draining my wallet. So, there they are in box. Oh, I think they came with instructions. Well, maybe not instructions, but it shows... Oh, cool. It shows the battle figures, so it shows the ones on the back. I can get it open. Oh, interesting. So there they are, but it shows more than the ones on the back. It has the three starters from Ruby and Emerald and Sapphire. Then Absol is the man. So that's really cool. So it's really weird. These Pokemon Select figures are just hard for me to find online, like I said. So you do get Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise. I do wish they were a little bit bigger, and some of the paint on them doesn't look amazing. But let's see. I'm curious if they move at all. That's what I was afraid of. Bummer. That's kind of a bummer. So these don't move. That's a real bummer. So even his head won't move. So here is Squirtle. I don't know how I really feel about kind of the bedazzled look. He is definitely the Glitterati again. Dasin there.
It's an actual shiny.
Yeah, right? But that's not really his shiny color. Well, it kind of is, I guess. But yeah, kind of a bummer it doesn't move. I do like the figure, but the paint on the eyes. The Squirtle's not too bad. The Wartortle, when we get to it, you can see it is pretty bad. But it's just kind of a bummer their arms don't even move. Like, I was hoping the arms... Okay, so that's weird. Wartortle's head moves and Wartortle's arms move.
The bigger they get, the more movement they have.
Like this guy right here. So that is interesting. His tail does not... Oh, that's kind of dumb. Okay. Is he like that too? No. Okay. So let me make sure. Yeah, Squirtle does not move at all. Here's Wartortle. You can kind of see what I'm talking about with his right eye. There is a whole part of his eye just missing there because of paint apps. And he's really kind of glittery as well. And, it's okay. The part that I thought was really weird is on his tail.
Oh, that's stupid.
They put that logo there, which is kind of dumb. I mean, you can't move his tail, so you're probably going to be posing like this. And I guess you could pose him this way to do it, but that is kind of a big bummer. Like I said, his head does move. This will go all the way around. His arms also move. They're pretty, they're only going up and down. They're kind of hard to move, and because this one's straight and this one's bent, you don't have much options. His legs do move as well, but same thing. He's very limited, but you can see the height comparison to Squirtle, so that's pretty cool because that's pretty accurate there. Just his right eye kind of bothers me. It's a little messed up. I did want to see... That's a bummer. So his ears do not move, but you do get head movement. So, you know, okay, not terrible. Woo! Blastoise just shell smashed me right there. Okay, so now Blastoise I'm interested in because, and he feels way different already. Interesting. What are you looking at?
Well, I was like, you should have brought out your Blastoise you painted.
Oh, he's about the same height. I think he's in the closet.
Yeah.
So I'll show you Blastoise first. So there he is, and you can see his height. Let me fix his feet. He does move. And height again is very good with all those. Blastoise looks pretty good. Again, I'm not a huge fan of kind of the shininess on him. But it's not terrible. As you can see, his arms do move. His mouth looks like it opens. I'm going to have to figure out how to open it.
Just open it.
That's what I did, but then it didn't stay. You get what I'm saying? So
his tail.
Yeah, that's from when he shoots, I think. So we'll get to that. Does it? Ah, okay. So that's pretty cool. So, I mean, he does look good. He's not anything crazy. I really wish they would make Blastoise like they did Charizard. But this is a nice little, you know, evolutions pack to get them all. I do think the paint on his shell looks really good. And again, the glitter part just kind of, I don't think it was necessary. Yeah, so like
necessary?
Necessary. So like I said, the wife said, you push the tail down, his mouth does open. You do get movement in his arms as well. His head does not move at all. Does not move minus his mouth. So his legs move. His tail does not move unless you push it down. The cannons and nothing else moves as well. So kind of weird that he does not move at all. He moves a little bit. And he moves a little bit, but totally different. So I'm going to pop these little blasters open. And we're going to see how this is. So he comes with his little hydro pumps. That's what I would say they are because that's his main move, is hydro pump out of his cannons. Could be water pulse or something like that. But those are pretty cool. Those actually are really cool looking. There's nothing much to them, but they do really look cool. And it totally reminds me of when I was just a little kid when you had all these. It's almost like that Turbo Man I opened where he's shooting the disc. It's just something really cool like that. So we're going to put it in. And it's just like that. You can hear it click. So the one thing I do like already, too, is that you can just leave him like that, which is cool because it's kind of, you know, an action shot there. His feet are kind of weird. I'm going to have to mess with him a little bit. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Why did he only shoot one? That's interesting. So, shot too early there. So, here we go. We're going to shoot his hydro pump. 1, 2, 3. Boom! So, that's kind of cool. It does go decently far. Actually, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Some way I got one to shoot and one to not shoot, but that's pretty cool. So, I mean, you can just, boom, got him there. So, I know, guys, I am such a little kid. Obviously, look at the toys I'm playing with right now. So, but they are toys at the end of the day. So, you know, it's not bad. I like it. I wish they would have done some different things with it. But again, it is really cool to kind of get the whole evolution line of if it's like one of your favorite characters there. Really cool. So I kind of hope that they do make more of different guys. It's kind of interesting that Blastoise is the first one they start with. But, you know, pretty cool. So I do like it. It's not amazing, but okay, you know. So you guys will have to let me know if you guys see more of this stuff, which ones are out, because this Pokemon line's pretty cool. I really like the Pokemon Select line. So, let's get into the real Pokemon Select line here, though. And we have Rayquaza. Yes. Okay, so, again, if you've watched my videos, you guys have seen me collect this line. We got Charizard first, we got Greninja with a broken foot, and then we got Articuno, and then I've been waiting for Rayquaza. Well, shout out to my boy Jason from Philly because he found this for me. I did find it later, but I did want to anyways, so it's all good. He found it to me, shipped it over, and we got it. I'm really excited. This actually looks really, really cool. When I first started collecting this line, if you guys remember, I got Charizard first and was like, you know, we'll see. I definitely want Charizard and Greninja. We'll see if we pick up the rest. And honestly, I really like this line. So we have picked up all of these. And this would be the first wave of this kind, I would say. So there's the whole complete wave that we have now. So really cool. I do love these boxes. They're really cool just to have the figure in box with. It looks cool. You can see the figure in there, but as you can see, Rayquaza looks big, so we are going to pop this guy open. I will compare him to the others that I have. So after we pop him open, we will do that. So let's see what we got. So as always, you have the stand, which I was not a huge fan of this stand to begin with, but it's not terrible. So you do have the stand. That comes with every single one of these, which is pretty cool. And for Rayquaza, it's necessary because you want Rayquaza to be flying. I hate when they do that. They like tape it in. Technical difficulties. Okay. So here is oh, that's interesting. He's zip tied all over. There's Rayquaza in the box, and as you can see, he is zip tied everywhere. What's really cool is he's gonna be pretty big because you can just see that tail his body and his tail wrapped all the way around. So I'm super excited to open this guy up. Let's make sure we don't cut anything that is not supposed to be cut. This guy is $20 at Target, which I think is another huge plus for me for this line because I really think these figures could go for around 30 bucks. I think they're actually really decent. We did have one mistake with Greninja's ankle, but other than that, they've been super solid and they can move very well. Look at that. I don't even have to use the stand. Oh, I'm so excited. My lord, the zip ties though. Okay. Okay, so we're not even going to put him on the stand. I'm not even going to move him yet. I'm just going to show him to you. Look at that. So how cool is that? That he's just able just to stand like that without the stand or anything. Really cool. I really love the coloring, but that's obviously his coloring. The paint on this one, you know, these figures, the paint's decent. There's always parts on them where they miss a little bit. I noticed on the body in the packaging, there's a couple scuffs here and there. It's nothing crazy. The face on this one actually looks really good to me. I've seen a couple Greninjas that do not look very good at all. But really cool that he can just sit there in kind of his snake-looking form to, you know, you don't need a stand or anything like that. He just came out of the box like this, and honestly, that's not a bad way to pose him. I'm not opposed to just leaving him like that, which is really, really cool. So I really just like all the details on him. He looks cool. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so this tail, I was curious, and it looks like it's not going to be able to. So you are a little limited. That's kind of a bummer. These pieces that turn right here, you're not going to be able to bend it all the way down. That's all you get. I mean, you can turn the whole tail around and everything. You can, let's see, can we do different parts? So the only parts that really turn by themselves a little bit, it's all his motion is in these, except this one. Yeah, this one does too. So that's where you're turning on all these parts. So you can turn stuff pretty well. This does not turn, but this does. So kind of interesting that they did this. I was really hoping that it was gonna like flow a little bit, kind of like Articuno's tail, but that's not bad. His arms, you do get the same movement. I'm very careful with these arms after my Greninja one broke. His wrists do move. That's probably the thinnest points right there on the joint, so again, be careful. These don't move, but they are kind of rubbery, so you can bend them in if you wanted to. Again, the arm goes all the way back. The head looks like... Nope, it doesn't do nothing. There looks like there's a joint there for you to move it down. There is, but it's tight. So really you have his neck that moves. There is a joint back here, so you can move that up and down. It does look like there's a joint in his head for you to be able to move, but it's really stiff. One thing that's a bummer is his mouth doesn't open and shut. That does kind of suck, but you can turn his head a little bit. The one thing, okay, so that's where it is. So we're gonna try to do something. So where the stand goes, they did do it lower, which is awesome for me. If I can get it in. Stand goes right in that hole. So you can get him pretty high, which is really cool. And you can move this tail however you want it. So you can really, I really like where they put the hole for the stand because you can see the whole tail. And he just looks really cool on the stand. I mean, I don't know if I'm probably going to leave him like this on the stand, but he looked really good just out of box, kind of curled up like a snake. I do really like that. So there he is. There is Rayquaza. I'm super happy with this. Rayquaza is not one of my favorites. I do like Rayquaza a lot, but it's really cool. So comparison time. Here he is next to Charizard. Let's do this. So there he is next to Charizard, and there he is next to Articuno. So they did make him bigger than both of them, which is great because Rayquaza, I mean, obviously Articuno's legendary as well, but Rayquaza is a much bigger legendary than Articuno. The one thing I did want is kind of his tail to kind of have this bendy feature like Articuno did, or even like Charizard's, to where his can bend in all different spots, which I really thought they were going to do with this guy. I get it. It's a little more difficult. He's more like a snake. And then here is Greninja with the broken leg. Yes, it's still broken. I didn't glue it on yet. As you can see, Greninja is a lot smaller than all of them, but he's supposed to be. So I am super, super happy about this Rayquaza. I think it looks fantastic, and this whole line is just awesome. I mean, Charizard is fantastic. These two are probably the best for me. I do really like Greninja. There's just things I would change. His tongue is fantastic. And Articuno is probably the last one I like, but it's not anything against this Articuno. I think the wings are great and the talons are great. These are just way better. I mean, Articuno's never been one of my favorites. So there it is. I really, really like this guy. What do you think about it, Allie?
He's fine.
I know you're not a huge Pokemon fan, and I know probably...
I wish he moved more, I guess,
do too.
But...
I do like this stand a lot, though. I think it's really cool. I mean, there's not much to Rayquaza. He's basically a big snake, but I think that's such
He's a
cool...
snake or a dragon?
He's a dragon, but, I mean...
So, like, the movement, he should have been, like, you know...
True, yeah, exactly. But as a display piece,
oh, yeah,
this
it looks
is
good.
really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really happy that they put the stand here and not, like, in his back. That was my biggest complaint about Greninja, and he didn't break. So I'm super happy. So thanks again, Jason. You're the man. You made this little boy's day. That sounded kind of creepy, right?
Did.
Sorry. Okay, well, you...
Little kid lover.
Okay, anyway, so last thing we got. And how excited am I for this?
So excited.
Incinerate, right?
He's checking the tracking on it every 5 minutes.
Every day, every 5 minutes. So what we have here, and I probably am going to say it wrong, but this is One Punch Man Genos from Dasin. It's Dasin. That is who makes this. It's 112 Toys, but got this guy off 5K Toys. Now, 5K Toys site has One Punch Man, it has Bleach, it has Dragon Ball Z, it has a bunch of other stuff on there that is made by just different companies that you won't see, like Hasbro or Mayfex or anything like that. But it's really cool. Like I said, they do have One Punch Man stuff, so they have Genos, they have Saitama, and they have Garo. Then they do have Bleach stuff. I'm probably going to get an Ichigo here. But I wanted to test this thing out. It's Genos. It does come with quite a bit of accessories, and I'm a huge One Punch Man fan. I'm sure you guys see me wearing my shirts all the time, and they just don't make figures for them. They make statues. McFarlane made the one Saitama figure I do have, and that was it. So for me, I've seen this on eBay for a long time, but it was from overseas. Now, this guy is off 5K Toys and is still in stock. I'll leave the link for 5K Toys in the description because we'll see if I do or not because I'm really excited. But for me, I've been wanting some One Punch Man figures so bad. So we're super excited. The box is nothing crazy. He does look small. I get it. I'm curious how he scales with stuff, and this is why I just bought one just to kind of see what it's about. But he does come with some really cool accessories, so I'm super excited. So... Oh, he comes with the stand. I didn't know he came with the stand. And he comes, oh, look at this. Interesting. They give you directions to do head swaps, to do hand swaps, and to do where the stand goes.
Wow.
How about that? Look at that. But you know what I don't see on here?
His apron?
I don't see anywhere on here that says I have to heat this up with water before I do any of this. Do you?
Maybe in this fine print.
The fine print. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I mean, it's always nice just to have a little bit of directions. So there he is in box. Now, Genos is super skinny, so I'm fine with that. I do wish it was a little bigger already, but look at all that stuff. I'm super excited. So, did his hand fall out?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, it's right there, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. So, you do get a stand, which...
Why would you need a stand?
I don't know. I didn't know you got a stand. So here, it's literally just a plastic stand. It's silver, nothing crazy. You know, all you guys love stands. The only figures I really use stands for is my Pokemon. So let's see though. I am stoked. I was unsure about getting this. I have seen people get the Ichigo one, which looks really cool. But this is just some brand I've never heard of before. They do have really good reviews, and I've been checking this out for a while because I've been waiting for it to come back in stock. And so I just said, let's check it out. And if it's not good, it's not good. But it's looking good to me. Okay. Interesting. Wow. I don't even know.
Show the figure.
I don't know where to start. Okay.
The figure.
Let's take out alternate hands. So you do have alternate hands. So that's kind of a bummer. The fingers do not move. But you do have his alternate hands to open up so he can say incinerate, which is super cool. And he does come with more alternate hands, which is really cool. So his next alternate hand, he has a pen in it, and I believe his other hand comes with like a little notebook. So there's the hand with a pen so he can write, which is really cool. Oh, I love it. And then he comes with this hand, which has the notebook in it for him to take notes for Saitama, for Master Saitama, which is super awesome. Really stoked about that. Let's take the stand out. So the stand, you know what? I will say, the stand's a lot more solid. So the stand piece is almost like every other stand you get. Except, did I put this in wrong? It definitely goes in that way.
You had directions.
I know I do, but who needs directions, right?
You.
Okay, well, this definitely goes here. Except it only shows how to... Oh, okay, so we won't put that on yet. That's kind of cool, though. This does not fit this, though. I wonder if this is supposed to go in here. Well, because... Oh, yeah, okay. It does. So the stand is pretty... It actually feels better made than, like, some of the other stands you get. Except I need to turn it a little bit. It's all right. We're not going to use it. But there's the stand. From the directions, you can put this straight back into Genos. But it also does give you the clip piece. So if you wanted to raise him up, I guess, and go around his waist or something, you do have this, which this is really tight, which is really cool compared to like some of the other ones where it's just super loose. So there's the stand piece. I don't know if we'll even use that. What is this though? See, I think he's missing something because this tape was over this and there's nothing there. I'm gonna have to see what I'm missing, but that's kind of a bummer. It's almost like hands, or maybe if you can take his hands off. I don't know. Let's see. So, the different face sculpts. So now what's cool about this is you're basically just popping the face off. The hair stays on. So
you
here,
have to take the hair off to put the face
I know,
on.
but that's what I mean. Though, like the hair is not
It's
on
like a
these as well.
mask.
So it's like a mask, yeah. So there's that face, which is pretty cool. The next face is almost the same. It's just he's got his mouth open, right? That one doesn't have his mouth open as you drop it.
No.
Yeah, this one is mouth open. The top of his head looks really creepy without the hair, though, right? So these are kind of interesting. I'm curious how hard it is to take apart. We will find out. And then you have, which this face sculpt is really cool. you have the damaged Genos face sculpt right there. You know, they so far the paint on them look okay. This is not anything crazy to me, but I do like it so far. And then, oh, he didn't come with a broom.
Is he supposed to?
I don't know. I thought he was supposed to come with a broom. There's no spot in the packaging for the broom, though. So that's kind of a bummer. He does come with this apron, though. You guys obviously don't. If you guys have not watched One Punch Man, you don't know what I'm talking about. But there's the apron for him, so it's super cool. So we're going to pop Genos out. Okay. Interesting. That's kind of cool. I will show the figure. Wow, he moves so well. Wow. Okay, so... Oh, and he stands easy. So there's Genos. So, first thing I noticed, he moves really well. Compared to a lot of the toys I've been opening lately, he does not crack when I move him or anything like that. So, super cool. Let's go over the details. So, what I do like here, these kind of look a little cheap to me. But what is really cool as well is they have these little details like that. So his whole shoulder pad just lifts up like that. I thought maybe it was broken, but it's supposed to be like that. You see, here's his side view. Okay, now he is very skinny, and he's a little bit smaller than I would like him to be. But I do like the paint all the way around. Looks really good. And then again, here's this arm now. Same thing. This does that. This is super loose, but not like... loose to where I think it's broken. So as far as flexibility, this whole thing bends. His arms do move. He has a little bit of wrist joint there, elbow there. This whole arm does move crazy all the way around, especially with that shoulder pad being there. You wouldn't think it would. Now, one thing I noticed is when his arm's down like that, it almost looks like it's separating a little bit. Now, for me, on Genos, I don't really care because he's a robot, but that is kind of annoying a little bit. I mean, it gives you really good flexibility, but you can see that openness right there in the joints. As far as the legs go, he's got this bend. He does have a different kind of thigh swivel than a lot of other figures there because this is a ball joint by itself. His knee does bend very well. His ankle does move all the way around, and he is very flexible. Again, same thing though. When you bend down, look at the white that's showing there. So it's because you're bending him. They just like didn't paint that part. It's the same there too, which is kind of disappointing because this is like a $50 figure. Well, it's like 40 something. But man, he is crazy flexible, which is really cool, especially for Genos. And you can see he's got his fist hands in. Now let's check out the head here. It's super loose. Oh, interesting. That's so great. So there's his hair. Look at him. He looks like a Barbie that just got like half her hair taken off.
I don't think you have to take off that piece of hair.
Don't? I know. I think the head just comes off, but... Okay, so the head comes off easy. Didn't heat it up. Okay, cool. So here is the back of the hair. I do like how easy they made this. And you see that's where the face has that to slide in there. So let's put the damaged face on and see how it looks. This is interesting. I do like this. There's some things I don't like about it. But...
I don't like that you can see the split in his hair when you look from the side. I mean, it's fine, but...
That, well, and it almost reminds me like what they were trying to do with the Turtles in Disguise with those faces, you know? Let me get his head back on. Okay, and there he is with his damaged face, which looks really cool. So I do really like this. Kind of a bummer. The picture did show that he came with a broom, which is...
Let's get one out of the Barbie section.
Yeah, we're going to have to, which is kind of a bummer. And like I said, there was a spot in there that looked like there was supposed to be something in there, but there wasn't. It's not as big, or it's not big enough for a broom, so that's kind of a bummer. But we'll have to see. I'll have to go back and look. But this did ship pretty fairly quickly. And I do like him with his apron on. Look at that. The really cool thing too is he stands really easily. These ankle joints are super solid. Like I said, he can bend super cool. And then the base, like I said, there is a hole in his back. So if you wanted to, I don't know why, like you said, you would need a base for him because he stands very easy. But I guess if you just wanted to, there he is standing there.
Yeah, but for me, if you give him the base, then you should have, like, turbos coming out of his feet, you know? Like,
yeah, well,
fire.
that's one thing that's weird, too, is he does have peg holes in his feet. But there's nothing, I don't know why. They're smaller than this.
Those don't look like you could even put anything in them.
So, and that is one thing I do wish that he would have came with, like, some fire effects, which would have been really cool. Here's this, like I said. If you do want to put him kind of up in the air, like there's that stand that goes around his sides. So pretty cool. I do really like it. Now, was it worth the money? Like I said, this was like $40. My dog is whining. He always whines. I guess, you know, it's up to you if you think it's worth the money. What I do like about these figures is that they're giving you figures that you can't normally get. I mean, I don't know anywhere you can get a really good Genos figure. I do have some Genos statues, but I am super psyched about this. He's not going to want to stand. As far as height comparison, though, I did want to show. So obviously you can see him next to the Pokemon, and you do see him next to Rayquaza. I do want to make sure. Yeah, there's no broom. That is a super, super bummer. And then, like I said, guys, there's tape over right here. There was nothing in there. It almost looks like that's where his fist hands belonged, but they were just on. So that's kind of a bummer. Let me grab something real quick. We'll do kind of a height comparison. So I did have a buddy asking about this size-wise. So I got two figures here. We'll move big Rayquaza. So here's Finster. So he scales really well with the Power Ranger Lightning collection line, well, at least with Finster. I'm sure there's some that are bigger than him. And then you also have Spider-Man from the Marvel Legends Retro line, and he's about the same height. I mean, he's super skinny, but he's about the same height as all of them.
Yeah.
What do you think?
He should be bigger.
He should be bigger, for sure. But I'm okay with it. I really like this. Like I said, the one thing I am just not happy with is that they did not give you any fire effects, because for Genos, that's what you want, man. Like,
what he does.
Incinerate. Or the other thing that would have been really cool is... Oh.
Wrong hand.
That's his wrong hand. Is, what would have been really cool is if these hands just would have, like, oh crap. These pegs are super small, I will say, but he's pretty small. Oh man, come on. I'm gonna break his hand already. What would have been cool is if these hands would have just had some, like, red around them or something, so he does have that.
Well, they put the, like, blaster on it, so it's like, just give me a little fire that I can stick in there.
But he moves very well, which is really cool. So we're going to be able to pose him really awesome, especially with that apron. So, really cool. Yeah, I love it. I mean, this is cool. I'll have to see if I want to get the rest of the of this line, the One Punch Man, and if I'm going to get some bleach ones. I'll probably grab the bleach one and kind of compare it to this, but it's not bad. So 5K Toys, I will leave the link in the description below. But honestly, this Rayquaza is so solid. And again, $20 for that. Super awesome. The Blastoise Evolution Pack, pretty cool. Nothing crazy. I do like it. It will be a cool display with the rest of my Pokemon stuff.
Don't forget to check your clearance aisles, folks.
How solid is this guy, right? He hasn't moved a muscle since we started this video. So $250, you pass it up. So yeah, that's it. So thank you guys again for coming. If you guys were new to this, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Just please, you guys have been so amazing with the comments and subscribing. Let's get those up. We're trying to get to 1,000 guys. It's been going really well. You guys are awesome again. Follow me on Instagram. Link is in the description below. Remember, check out who won that giveaway. And we'll do some more soon here. So, yeah, I hope you guys had a great time. Hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Have a great week. Go hunting, guys. I know gas sucks, but fill it up and go find some toys. And, yeah, as always, collectors never stop collecting.